when I think defense counsel right before trial realized that they had problems with their case, they wanted to try and amend their pretrial report to bring in some additional witnesses. And so one of the first things I did in the trial after, it was time for us to present our cases, I got up and I told the jury, look, ladies and gentlemen, I told you in my opening that when we come to court here, we do a lot of work to get ready to try and be able to present our case to you in an efficient manner. I said, and one of the things we do is we serve interrogatories, and this is to find out what information the other side has. I said, and I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes, and it's going to be boring, but I think you'll understand why I'm doing it as this case progresses. And I sat there, Brendan, and I read their answers to interrogatories for who they listed as witnesses with relevant information. I read their answers to interrogatories where they stated like this was the policy and procedure book. I read the answer to interrogatory that talked about that there were no other documents. And I did that because I knew at trial they were going to start trying to call different witnesses and all that stuff. And my theory was by putting it out there right from the start that, hey, this incident occurred in 2022. Discovery was answered in 2023, 2024. Here are the witnesses, here are the documents. And here we are in September of 2025, and they're suddenly going to try and provide different information to you. And it kind of forced them to not be able to do that because they would have looked horrible